The Cowboys try to bounce back this week at New Orleans, and the Superdome is a place that traditionally was tough to win, but 6 straight opponents have went there and won. And I think the Cowboys, even though they're underdogs, I think they can do this.
Yeah, and very well could be the Brandon Whedon versus Josh McCown show.
Luke
McCown, yeah.
Sometimes both McCowns started last week,
yeah.
Neither one of them won.
Figure out which McCown it is. Take your pick. And Luke McCown gave a decent performance last week.
Yeah,
too.
it was Whedon-esque. I watched some of that game against Carolina. He was hitting some underneath stuff. He started like 10 or 11 or 14 or 15. But as the game went on, his room to complete underneath shrunk. The running game slowed down. Ingram didn't do much in the second half except on swing passes. And so and they were the same way though. I don't want to put that on McCown. With Breeze the first couple weeks, they weren't real threat down the field. He doesn't have Jimmy Graham anymore, and that has been a big difference. Like, them losing Jimmy Graham, to me, changes their identity more than Dallas losing DeMarco Murray.
Right, and they're having to rely so much on Brandon Cooks, but they're not even getting the ball down the field to him. They're having to get it to him in an open space and then hoping he can create, which he can.
Right, he's catching little 2-3 yard passes.
Yeah, but if you can tackle, if the Cowboys defense can tackle, which is something they did really well last year, didn't do so great last week, then they can really contain New Orleans.
Yeah, to me, tackling is the key this week. On Cooks and tackling on Kyrie Robertson from West Texas A&M. He's a Lone Star Conference player, but he's good in the passing game. And Ingram has shown to be a good passing receiver, and they have C.J. Spiller. So they've got these 4 guys that they want to get the ball in space, but I don't think they threaten you over the top much. And even if Breeze is not going to be 100%, I don't think he threatens you much.
No, and New Orleans defense is got to be considered one of the worst in the league. It's not a very good defense. It's Rob Ryan, so the Cowboys will
they know him.
Fans, yeah, Cowboys fans.
Now he will bring some blitzes at Whedon. Yeah. I think Whedon has to hit some big seam passes or hit over the top. Yeah. I think he has to make plays.
But that could make the underneath stuff a lot more available too. You know, right now Lance Dunbar is the leading receiver on this team, and I don't know that that's changing anytime soon. In fact, Dez might miss so much time, Lance Dunbar might end up being the leading receiver for the season.
Right.
And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
No. Terrence Williams had 2 targets last week and no catches, and I think he has to come up with 3 or 4 plays.
And both times he was targeted, it was a situation where he didn't get the separation needed from the guy, and I think that was a problem all day for him. He's just not getting separation, and he got his hands on one of them, and it couldn't bring it in. And they're both slant passes, kind of.
I'm going to give the Cowboys this game 23-16.
Yeah, I think it might be a little higher scoring than that. I just don't know that I buy either defense, even if it's just dump-off stuff that's coming from New Orleans. I would think it might be like a 30-24 kind of score, but I'm taking Dallas as well.